Imagine you're earning $80,000 a year. On paper, you've made it. You've been disciplined, you've skipped the luxuries, and you've built a savings account that makes you feel like a contender. You open a real estate app, heart racing with excitement, thinking this is the moment your life truly begins. But within minutes, reality hits you like a freight train. Every home that is even remotely livable starts at $400,000. We aren't talking about mansions, we are talking about time capsules from the 70s with stained carpets and kitchens that haven't been touched in 40 years. Yet the listings call them perfect starter homes. The system is designed to push you toward the cliff. The bank hands you a pre-approval letter like it's a trophy. Your real estate agent talks about appreciation with the zeal of a believer, and your family keeps asking when you're finally going to settle down.
Everyone is encouraging you to take on a massive debt. But here is the truth. Just because a bank says you can borrow that much doesn't mean you should. Buying at the edge of your financial limit doesn't just buy you a house, it buys you a cage. Suddenly, every decision you make, the car you drive, the food you eat, the risks you take at work, is filtered through that one massive monthly payment. Your freedom evaporates. Your career flexibility disappears. You aren't building a dream, you are financing a prison. Before you sign your life away, you must realize that the system profits from your debt. Banks want interest. Agents want commissions. They don't care about your peace of mind. Are you buying a home, or are you selling your future for a set of keys? Most people don't buy homes. They buy mortgages. At first glance, it's a simple trade. You put some money down, the bank covers the rest, and you pay them back over 30 years. But the real story is hidden in the amortization schedule. If you buy a $400,000 home at today's interest rates, you won't pay back $400,000. By the time you're done, you will have paid nearly $1 million. You are literally buying one house for yourself and an even bigger one for the bank. In the early years, almost none of your payment goes toward the house. It's all interest. You are a tenant to the bank, even though your name is on the deed. Then come the invisible 5 expenses: taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, and rising utilities. A house is a biological entity that is constantly trying to rot or break. When you rent, the landlord is your shield. When you own, you are the shield. A leaking roof or a dead furnace can wipe out your savings in a weekend. Society tells you that renting is throwing money away, but they never mention that interest, property taxes, and maintenance are also money thrown away. Money that builds zero equity. When you add it all up, the true cost of ownership is often double the mortgage payment. You aren't just buying a place to sleep. You are fueling a machine that you don't control. Before you jump in, ask yourself, is this an investment, or is it a wealth transfer from your pocket to the bank's vault? The house always wins in this casino, unless you know how to play the game differently. For decades, we've been fed the same lie. Renting is a failure. But in the modern economy, renting isn't a failure, it's a tactical advantage. When you rent, you aren't throwing money away, you are buying options. You are buying the ability to move across the country for a 40% raise without waiting 6 months to sell a house. You are buying the luxury of a fixed monthly cost. But the real magic is in the math. If owning a home costs you $3,500 a month, but renting a similar place costs $2,200, that $1,300 difference is your wealth engine. If you invest that surplus into the market, you are building liquid wealth. In 20 years, the homeowner has a house they might be able to sell after paying 6% in commissions. The strategic renter has $1 million portfolio they can access in 24 hours. Money tied up in bricks and mortar is money that cannot work for you elsewhere. This is the opportunity cost that people ignore. Homes are illiquid. They are heavy. They are anchors. In an era of remote work and global opportunity, your greatest asset is your mobility. Renting gives you the freedom to pivot, to take risks, and to chase growth. Don't let an outdated social milestone dictate your financial strategy. Owning a home is a lifestyle choice, but renting is often the smarter business move. The real question isn't, can you afford the house? It's, can you afford to lose the freedom that your money could have bought you elsewhere? There is a cost to home ownership that doesn't show up on a bank statement: the psychological tax. When you carry a massive mortgage, your risk tolerance drops to 0. You stop being a lion and start being a sheep. You stay in the toxic job you hate because you're terrified of missing a payment. You don't start that business you've always dreamed of because all your capital is locked in your walls. The pressure of that monthly debt quietly reshapes your entire personality. You become tethered to a zip code, even if the local economy is dying around you. And then there is the market risk. Everyone acts like home prices only go up. But history is littered with the stories of people who went underwater. If the market dips 10% and you only put 5% down, you are trapped. You cannot sell, you cannot move, and you are bleeding cash for a depreciating asset. Home ownership is a part-time job that you don't get paid for. Every weekend spent at the hardware store or mowing the lawn is a weekend you didn't spend building your empire or being with the people you love. Many people build wealth through real estate, but they do it by being investors, not by being house-poor residents. Before you commit to 30 years of debt, ask yourself, is this home going to make your life bigger, or is it going to make your world smaller? If your house owns your time and your peace of mind, you don't own the house. It owns you. Despite the risks, buying a home can be the greatest financial move of your life, if you do it on your terms. The secret to success isn't following the crowd, it's following the data. Only buy when you have the triple threat of stability. First, the 5-year rule. If you aren't staying for at least 5 to 7 years, the transaction costs will eat your profits alive. Second, the 25% rule. Your total housing cost should never exceed 25% of your take-home pay. This keeps your freedom margin intact, so you can still invest, travel, and live. Third, the repair fortress. You must have a separate fund specifically for the house. If the roof leaks, it should be an annoyance, not a tragedy. Successful homeowners treat their house as a lifestyle choice first and an asset second. They buy for the stability, for the roots, and for the control over their environment. They don't buy because of social pressure or a perfect milestone. They buy because the numbers scream victory. A house can be a powerful wealth-building tool, but only when you are the master of the math. Don't rush. Don't settle. Don't let a bank's permission be your only guide. Build your life first. Build your wealth second. And then, and only then, build your home. The system wants you to be a debtor, but you were born to be an architect.
Take control of your financial destiny and buy when it makes your empire stronger, not when it makes the bank richer.